This is the general reading for Aries for the month of October. So if Aries is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. You might notice that I look a little bit different today. I took off the scarf, and this is my chemo hair, as I say, except I colored it. So this is after my last chemo was in March, so this is how my hair has grown out. And chemo hair is really different because you have to remember that it was starting to grow after it still had all that poison in my scalp, basically, because chemo is poison. So it's a new day, and it's putting that chapter behind me. Even though I'm still on the journey, it's putting that one chapter behind me. And thank you all for the support during my health journey. Now, for the month of October, I'm still offering that complimentary reading. So if you are interested in getting that, either put in a comment or subscribe, and I'll be choosing one person. Also, I do read all the comments. I so appreciate you, Aries. You are one of the signs that really supports the channel. I love all your comments. It's wonderful. And you're the ones with one of the signs that has the great spirit guides. You got a wonderful team. And as I was shuffling the cards, I did my prayer of angels, archangels, and spirit guides of the light. And I said, thank you, team. I can feel that you're already here. So we'll see what's coming up for October. Now, if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing because it's absolutely free. Free. There is no charge. Why do you want to subscribe? Well, you are considered for that complimentary reading. And when the videos come out, if you put notify, you'll be notified. So that's two of the advantages. Now, in the future, after I move back to the States, I'm going to have some things for the subscribers. Like maybe we'll do like a streaming or, pull one card. Right now, for the month of October, I have what I call the Subscribers Recognition Special. So my readings now normally are, and these are live or video, your choice, are $30 for 30 minutes, $50 for an hour. I'm deducting $5 off each one of those for subscribers. So it will be 25 or 45. So if you're looking for a reading and you're a subscriber, $5 off. These are live or can be video, your choice. If you're not a subscriber, it will be the 30 and the 50, which it costs nothing to be a subscriber. And I promise I will not send any marketing things to you. I will not send you texts. I will not send you emails. I promise. The only thing I will send you, if you happen to be the ones selected for that complimentary reading, and I do respond to your comments. So that would be the communication you get from me. If you're interested in the readings, send me an email, and that's how I start the process. The other thing is that I do have my house for sale in Castro, Marin. I will be posting it under comments. If you know anybody that wants to move to Portugal, to the Algarve, which is like the sunny part where the Northern Europeans come for the winter time, all the information's there. My house is in the village of Castro, Marin, 2 bedrooms, located to everything. 2 bedrooms, kitchen, sitting room, bath, courtyard, and a garage. And I paid $135. I put in 45,000 euros into upgrading, and I'm asking 195, negotiable. So I'll be posting some pictures. Please share that. We're global. And this is the area where people like to come in the winter time, and especially retirees. So this is the season that they'll be starting to come. And this part of Portugal reminds me a lot of California in the 1950s and 60s with the agriculture and the ocean along the way. Not where I am. I am right by the bridge to Spain and by the river. So if you know anybody who wants to buy a house, please share this because I would like to get back to the US. I have my team here today. Nina's on the table. And you'll hear little Nina noises because she sleeps, even though she's supposed to be supervising the Celtic cross, the the reading. Jason's in the bedroom. He's feeling so much better after his antibiotics. Milo's in the sitting room, and Hope's out in the courtyard. So there's my team. And so we're going to see what we have ahead for you, Aries. Spirit said that you're at a place now where it's new beginnings. And what do you say? Take your time for discernment. That's what they're saying. Take your time. And we'll see what we have here for October. Well, sir, you're in, the very first card is the Hangman. Sort of like in limbo. Crossed over by the Nine of Swords. In limbo about a situation that was very painful. Maybe you're still waiting for that resolution. At the base of it is the Knight of Pentacles. Behind you is the Seven of Cups. So that's behind you. You already looked at your options, making some decisions. What's on your mind is the Ten of Swords reversed. So it could be extricating, removing yourself from that difficult situation, and it's on your mind. You know, maybe it's moving forward away from that, but it's still the energy, the feelings that are raw, and you know, it's taking time for healing. Now, Spirit's saying that, you know, we have the eclipse coming next week, and the person I consult, she's a psychic astrologer. She said things for me, for Cancer, are going to start really moving at the eclipse, and I would imagine that's for all signs. Knowing that there's going to be some breakthroughs, some energy moving, so that you can feel that you're going to be moving forward from this difficult situation that's being resolved. So it's important for you to, during the eclipse, and to do some energy work to release these swords, because it was difficult, and there is that energy around you. And so there's something about being in the moonlight and letting it heal, get the energy, any sort of thing about being outdoors. For me, I like being in the ocean, or not in the ocean, but by the ocean, because it's got all those ions, and as I walk, you know, along the water there in the sand, I will look at the energy, the negativity going out, releasing out to the water, and the ions of the positive coming as the waves come in, releasing as the waves go out, and then the energy and the ions and the positive as it comes in. That's for me when I go to the beach. That's one of the things I do. And the beach, the ocean has got all those ions from the waves, so it's really high energy. That's for somebody. Now, what's ahead is the Knight of Cups. Then we have work, Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the final outcome is the Eight of Pentacles. There's lots of stuff about money coming for this month. Oh, the Eight of Pentacles with the Death card. Now, remember what I said about the Death card, as we always get it. It's not, you know, those dramas on TV where it's got the music, and they go and see the psychic, and it's got the beats and the dramatic, you know, and they do, I'm going to see the psychic, and then they pull out the cards, and the Death card comes, and then they do the dramatic music like someone's going to die. No, no one's going to die. It's change. So we could have it very dramatic, but this does not represent someone dying. This represents a transition, end of one thing, and then a renewal. So I think that could be, but it's with the Eight of Pentacles, so there's going to be some sort of change related to work. And we can go over it, that's the final outcome. But I would, you know, psychically, I say that it's either going to be a change in the workplace or a change in your job. So like that you go to a different job, a job that you know how to do, because it's the Eight of Pentacles. And we'll go more into depth of that. If all these swords are related to the work, it could be if it's the organization that you're with, they could have done a major overhaul. And that maybe there was some mismanagement, and okay, I see. And okay, the old-fashioned broom, they swept it out. They did some cleaning. They did some cleaning out. You know, because it's results driven. You know, if it's a for-profit, it's results, and they don't like to lose money, and they're responsible to the stockholders. The stockholders are not putting their money in just to have it, you know, go away, because it's an investment. So it's all results. And if it's the managers are not doing their job, and there was all this turmoil there, you know, they're going to do a change. There will be a change. Now, it's interesting that I just pulled, you know, we had the 8 of Pentacles as the final outcome, and I pulled the 8 of Cups. So we got some repeat numbers here already. And the 8 of Cups is with the Strength. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles, or Queen of Cups with the 3 of Pentacles. Then we have the 7 of Pentacles with the broken heart. See, this is all about work still. Then we have the Knight of Cups with the Page of Rods. That's the message. You're gonna hear something. Then what's crowning you is that 10 of Swords and the High Priestess. Follow your intuition. 7 of Cups with the 9 of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. You've got lots of people showing up here. The Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. So all of a sudden in here you got a bunch of people. And then we have the 10 of Swords, which is very good. I like that. Crossed over by the Hermit. Why do I like that? Because it's moving on. You're not stuck. It's sort of like, you know, the 6 of Swords shows it goes into the boat, and it's going from stormy waters forward. But this shows that, you know, the 5 of Swords is all that turmoil, deception, could be sneaky stuff. And this is victory over that, because you were aware of what was going on, and you were able to be victorious in that you turned that around, and you're moving forward from what you learned, because you don't feel stuck. It's like, okay, I am aware of this, I'm moving on. It could be emotionally moving on, it could be physically moving on to another job. For some, it is reclaiming your power and establishing boundaries, even if you decide to stay in that organization. For some of you, that could have been establishing the boundaries, which is why you're still there. Others is like, I'm not staying here anymore. I am going to greener pastures. This is like too crazy. And I'm not saying any crazy like, you know, some mental health issues, which is very inappropriate to even say that. But what I'm saying is it's just all of that energy that was going around, swirling around, and you just get exhausted trying to keep up with what was going on, because it was not focused on you working. It was all this drama going on. And so you decided, no, I'm not going to stick around for this. I'm going on to something that's a little bit more balanced, calm, where I can do my job and go home. And so for some of you, you just move forward. So your reading is about in limbo, waiting for, you know, and it's in limbo about this situation. So it could be that you know that things are falling apart, and I do think a lot of this, for most people, it's about work. For others, it could be about domestic or a project, but most of you, it's about work. For some of you, it can be domestic, and you're right in the midst of it, and you can't go forward because there is all this stuff that's around that situation. Could be unresolved issues related to the actual, you know, separation of property, moving, establishing what it's going to look like when it's all resolved, of separation of money, it could be visitations, it could be legal things. So you could be right in the middle of that, and you're just establishing you're working out the plan for some of you, if it's a domestic. Now, if it is work, You could be in limbo and you're waiting to see what happens. It could be that some of you that you don't know how long the company is going to continue as a going enterprise, and that's an accounting term, going enterprise, and they put that in the financials. That means that it's going to exist along the way. For some of you, you don't know if your job's going to be there because it's possible reorganizations. For others, it could have been some disputes even about your own position, and it's, you know, being reviewed. It could be reviewed with managers and HR. Now, remember that as one door closes, others open, and new opportunities open. So it could be like if you're in a situation with your 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords and you're in limbo, and I get this sense of anxiety and wondering what's going to happen. Know that as that chapter closes, you have the Death card, which means that there'll be new chapters opening. And I do see the Death card, so it could be a change of job, or it could be a change of that company or your workplace. You know, it could be internally that it changes, or it could be that you leave there. For some, the opportunity could still be there, and you decide that you want to stay. You want, because you have, why do they say it's your village? That you have the connections there, it's familiar, you have people that you work with, that you have like a relationship with over the years, and so you want to stay. For others, you do want to leave into other opportunities. Now we also have this, I said the 7 of Swords, which means victory, and the Hermit. Now, the Hermit indicates that you're looking at the situation subjectively. You're up on the mountain, you're not in the midst. And so you can look at really the overview of what's happening, and you're looking for the truth of it. So this is in a way that how you can make some decisions without all of the energy that goes into it, the emotion. So you can look at the situation and see clearly with the truth, because the lantern represents looking for the truth, that you can see, is this going to be an ongoing enterprise? Is there like, you know, and look at, are these problems going to continue? So I should move on to other things? Or is it, you know, are they going to resolve the situation, and will I stay there? Do I have a future? So you're sort of looking at the situation and looking at it in a different perspective. Now, if you're in a domestic situation, the same thing could be that you look at it with the lantern and the reality is there. Because as I've, you know, either way, it is a change, and it is an ending, or an ending of how you had things before. Any sort of change, you go through the grieving process, just like death. So it could be, you know, you're looking at, you know, the first is denial, and you could be at the workplace, or it could be a relationship. You go, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I don't see anything different. And then you go into the bargaining thing. Like if it's work, well, what could I do? Maybe, you know, they will cut down the hours, or how can I keep my job? Or I'm going to stay here and I'm going to try to, you know, I don't know, have more production or come up with solutions or something. Then, you know, you go into the anger and to the grief, depression part, and then, you know, you can go back and forth and back and forth. And then the final is acceptance. So, you know, you can be going through all of those stages, and you could be in limbo also, the Hangman, because you're just waiting to see what happens. So you're into that stage, either a relationship or home, and knowing that it's evolving, changing, and you're waiting to see, and you're looking for the truth, because at the base of it, and you know, and you've learned from all this, and you're becoming victorious. You learn some skills from it, either way. And you could be just moving on, saying, I'm moving on from this situation, or it could be staying there, and as I said, establishing your boundaries, so you're moving away from the negativity and still staying there, but it is in a different energy form that, you know, whatever was the issue before isn't going to be there because you have established your boundaries. Because at the base of it is, oh yes, okay, the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. This could be a couple of different people. Now the Queen of Swords can be a boss. Oh, okay, let's pull these. I think these are some people at work. The Queen of Swords can be a boss, very decisive, a ruler, knows who she is. And then the Knight of Pentacles could be somebody in the organization who is ambitious. Usually it's someone who is beginning of their careers, and they have a direction that they want to go, and they're going to be prosperous because they are focused on work. Now, if these are reversed, but they're not reversed, then the Queen of Swords can be authoritarian, unyielding, unreasonable, doesn't listen to anybody else. And the Knight of Pentacles could be someone who is at the expense of others. He pushes his career. That would be someone that would be reversed. Oh, okay, someone said you just know these people. Yeah, you know who they are. Exactly, you know who they are. I can hear someone say, I know who those are. I do, and that's from your spirit guides. I love your team. I love your team, Aries. Okay, so, it's all that, when you have stuff going on at work, it's the people there too. And, which is why people sometimes like to work at home remotely, because you don't have all that drama going on. And boy, can you have it. So, I used to just put my earplugs in and listen to the music when I worked. So, that's could be at the base of it. There's, it can be mismanagement, it can be treachery, and it's all that stuff that's going on. And you've got the sword, so you're still in the midst of it. It hasn't cleared out yet, but you do have a good outcome. So it's going to clear out in the month of October, because behind you here's the Seven of Cups, some choices, and your heavy responsibilities. So you're looking at, you've got all of this that you have, that if they put all these wands on you, that means, or indicates that they know that if they give the job to you, you're going to do it. Or this could be all the responsibilities, but it's not more than you can handle. However, you're looking at your choices. And it could be even that these responsibilities are affecting your choices, because you have responsibilities not just in the workplace, but the responsibilities around you. Like, for example, if you have family, they count on you. And it could be not only bringing the money, because, we work to support ourselves and our families, but it could be all the responsibilities of the dynamics of the family, the needs of the family, and so it could be all those responsibilities on your shoulders. It's not more than you can handle, but you do have a lot of responsibilities. And you're considering that as you look at your cups, because these are choices, because you have a picture of what's going on. And for some of you, you're going to stay, and for some of you, you're going to move, and you're looking at your choices. Now, I've been talking about the Seven of Cups this week and what Spirit has told me. And someone even confirmed that they had their own experience. When you look at the Seven of Cups, sometimes you don't know what's under there. And it's sort of like you do your best effort based on the information you have, and you make a choice. Now, if you make a choice, and then you carry through with that choice, and you find out that it has some things that you were not aware of when you chose that, know that it was all supposed to be. It's part of the flow of being in the universe and learning the lesson. Now, you don't have to be stuck there. And the other part of this is you learn the lesson, so don't repeat it. That's what lessons are all about. It's like, okay, well, I chose this job, and then it's not what I anticipated. They said one thing, but when I got there, it was entirely different. Oh, let me change. I can choose the other cup now. Because you do not have to be there. After you learn the lesson, you can move on. And it could be discernment. It could be when you're going to an interview for a job, you look around and you bring in all the information because you're interviewing them too. And and you look at the vibe of that, and you look at how people are, and you look at what is it that you're looking for in a job. Is it advancement? Is it to challenge, to learn something new? Is it to reduce some of the stresses so you can have more family work balance? Whatever it is, it's different things. But once you learn the lesson, then you can move on. And you go, okay, well, I learned this, so I'm going to go to something else. And you can always change. It can always be changed. And so that's part of Spirit told me about that this week, that when you look at these, it's absolutely the choice you made is the choice you should have made. There's a lesson with it. And I guess I need to hear that myself when I made my own lesson or my own choice 3 years ago to move to a foreign country, not knowing anybody. And along the way, Spirit was telling me putting in blocks. But I have learned so much from moving here because I didn't have my channel. I was not practicing my psychic abilities, that have been a gift for years and years and years. And I learned. And because it doesn't resonate, then after I've learned a lesson, now I'm moving forward. So after you make a choice, you can always learn and move forward. You just don't repeat it again. Or you use discernment. So that's behind you. You looked at your choices, and you could have even felt some heavy burdens about the choice. Now what's on your mind is this situation that just keeps giving. The Ten of Swords, which is still there, and you're following your intuition about it. How do you maneuver? Okay, so what I see, oh, that's interesting. I was seeing a minefield, but actually then it changed to, those tires that they put on the football field to learn how to run and keep your balance, and as you're dodging back and forth and back and forth. That's what I just saw. So it's maneuvering through, balancing through this field, this path that has these obstacles that you have to keep your balance. And it says following your intuition. So it could be that there's some things that are an adjustment that you have to maneuver through as you go through this path to get to your destination, whatever it is. Is it filing for unemployment? Is it applying for a different job? Is it upgrading your resume? Is it having a new job and having to adjust to traffic, routines, daycare, whatever it is? It's all these things in life, and you go from one place to another and you go, okay, I see that we have these little things to keep my balance. I'm doing it fine. And following your intuition of the direction to go. Get in touch with your higher guides. You have great spirit teams, all of you. You have wonderful teams waiting to help you, waiting. And so listen to your intuition, and through your intuition, you're going to get the direction in which to go, because we are here to help you. Thank you. Okay, see, you got the greatest team. If they were here on Earth, I'd throw a party for them and say thank you. Great. What's ahead is the Knight of Cups and a message, the Page of Rods. So there could be a person, or it could be representing home, but there's some sort of message that you are going to receive from the Knight of Cups. It could be the Knight of Cups, it could be a relationship for someone that, all of this has been about relationship and home. It could be that you're moving to a new place and you get a message because Cups represents home. It could be that it's a relationship and you're going to hear about this person. Or it could be a work thing and you're going to hear about a project. But let's see, is it the first or second week of October? This person, and you go, oh, and then you're going to go, knew I was going to get a message from someone. This is what it is. Yeah. So that's what's going to happen there. Because then we still have the work and the broken heart. So for a lot of you, this is the work thing going on. And even if you've moved forward, you still have the broken heart. Because you left that job. And, maybe it's just a grieving of moving from the job that you really liked. You have learned the job, you put energy into it, you nourished it, It was like you had a pride of accomplishment with that job. And as it turned out, then you have it ended or revised, you have the broken heart from it not being there anymore, because you got a lot of gratification of accomplishment from that job. And so you have your heart, your broken heart. It also could be leaving that job and you didn't want to leave it, and it's just that loss of being away from there. But whatever it is, this is what's on your mind about this. Could have been the organization doesn't, goes under, and you feel very sad about that. But there's something about, it's in your thoughts, it's around you about this change of employment. Then we have here the Queen of Cups and learning. Now, this could be a couple of different things. The Queen of Cups could represent home, or it could represent a person, or it could represent you. And usually the Three of Pentacles represents learning something, like changing a job, going to school, and this could be, with cups, I would say, and learning, it could be learning about a situation, for example, getting clarity about it, or moving, physically moving, or buying a house. Pentacles would represent buying a house or selling a house, and the Queen of Cups. So there's something, I think, more than relationship. It's going to be about home, or it's going to be about work. But it's coming up during the month. Then you are feeling a sense of incompleteness. And it says, have the strength of the lion. So what's ever going on, this indicates that there's hidden things, because the moon is that there's hidden things that you are going to become, you're going to become aware of. Spirit's going to show you what's been under the surface, and it says, have the strength of the lion. So you're moving forward, because, see, this is the search. It could be that you felt a sense of incompleteness in a relationship. Could be that you were looking for something in your work, because maybe there was all sorts of things where you could have felt incomplete. Maybe acknowledgement of your contribution, maybe learning something new, challenge, maybe opportunities for advancement, whatever it is, that you felt there was something missing, so you were searching for it, and there was things hidden. Now, partially it's searching for the physical part of looking at different jobs, but it also can be searching within yourself. That's just what came to me, is searching within yourself to what do you want. So it's getting, that still silence when you can hear your spirit guides, and you can hear that voice inside of you saying, this is really what you want. This is what you're searching for. And then once you find that, then, and it's the truth of the situation and the truth of within yourself, then it's going to be easy to go forward. And the strength card shows that it's a couple of different things. Strength of the situation, that don't be wavered, and strength to have the courage to look within yourself. Thank you. That's what Spirit's saying. That there's part of that is having the strength to say, okay, what is it I need, and what do I need to change within myself? Because it's all about growth. It's about change. It's about lessons. And sometimes when we look in the mirror, it's hard because we don't like to see our faults. I'm speaking for myself, that it's, that introspection can be difficult at times. So it takes the spirit, the strength of the lion. And also, in your physical world, the strength to stand up to what you believe and to establish the boundaries, or to take that Seven of Swords and say, I'm out of here, I'm moving forward. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm moving forward to a place which, has these things that I'm searching for. So it can be either way. Then the final outcome, here's his old death card. Do you want me to, I'll play the dramatic music, da-da, something's gonna happen. No, it's not. Yes, it is, but no one's gonna die. It is the end of, it's about work. Now, it's the end of one and the beginning of the other. Now, I said it could be within that same organization, or it could be a new job. And what this indicates for me is the Eight of Pentacles represents that it's a job that you know how to do. It's not anything, and you have great work ethics, that they really appreciated how devoted, you know, they assigned you a job and they knew that you were going to do the job. They weren't going to have to check on you or see if the job was done. And so it's a change. Could be going to a new job in a new place. Could be a refinement of the place that you're at. It could be that you took those skills and start your own business. That's another possibility. Okay. Okay. Someone that just, you know, clicked with. And, you know, I think that there might be, as time goes on in the next year or so, that there's going to be more money for small business because, you know, that's the foundation of our economy, of any country, is the small business. And there's going to be more seed money to encourage that. So it might be, if you're thinking of starting your own business, you know, there might be some small business money available, you know, and why do you, it takes grants, or you have to have licenses. If you're starting someplace, you might have to have permits, operating expenses, equipment, and, you know, if you look at small businesses, you have to have a cushion for several months before it really starts making profit. And this is just, you know, facts of business. So for someone, you're thinking about your small business, and yes, and you think of like, it's time for me to have my own business. I'm tired of all this drama of these large organizations, and I'm really dedicated, and then things happen. If I'm on my own business, then I can, you know, direct what's going to happen, and I don't need to be involved in all of this chaos, is what you're thinking. So, you know, if someone is thinking about starting your own gig, yes, it would be successful because you've been very successful in your field, and you also have a base of people who know your reputation, that once you get started, they will support you and spread the word, because small businesses start by references. Do a good job and they'll tell their friends, and then they'll tell their friends, and so that's, you know, part of how it builds up. So for someone, you're going to start your own business, but it's a change. The Death card represents a change as far as work. So now let's pull our oracle cards. Oh boy, this reading's getting long. I'm sorry, Aries, if it's, your spirit guides are always so strong. I really appreciate them. Okay, so let's see what we have here. And Nina's waking up. Are you waking up, Nina? Am I disturbing you? Okay, we're going to pull our 3 oracle cards here from Wisdom of the Oracle. And then we're going to pull a Divine Beloved, Angels and Archangels. What have I got for our Aries? Okay, and Aries, know that it has seemed like you've been through a lot of, why do I see that? Okay, I see, like, you know, when you're in I see a washing machine, and you feel like you've sort of been tumbling around in there. And that's how you felt that your life has been for a few months, that it's always tumbling around, and you think you're just about through, and then it starts tumbling around again. Know that it's just about over. This uncertainty, that, and also through this, you have learned so much. If you sit back and learn about, I mean, just sit back and look where you are right now and everything that you've gone through. And part of it is that you've learned that whatever you faced, you handled it just fine. So you have gotten a great sense of accomplishment and confidence within you, because now you do have that strength of the lion, because you know that you can face anything that's thrown to you, and you've been doing that. And this will resolve real soon. What if I'm feeling here? I'm feeling, okay, I'm feeling some panic from someone. Okay. Take a breath and get in touch with your intuition, and know that it's all going to smooth out. It's also time, maybe, to share your anxiety or share your feelings with someone. I get a sense that there's someone that's like you're in a partnership or something, and you don't tell the other person that you're concerned because you have to be stoic. It's time to share that too. That's part of it, is for you to say help so that you can form a team. Because you do not have to be on this journey all by yourself. I see a person like with a rod down a path with a head down and a bandage, and it's saying stop and ask for help because they can help you to walk down that path. Okay. Gee, and I can see these visions too today. Thank you. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is it that we have for our Aries? So once you say help, then they're going to help you walk down that path. And as you do, then your energy comes back to you, and then you're able to stand straight, and then you have more confidence because they also feel better because they can be part of the partnership and help. And it strengthens that also. Because they knew something was going on and they felt helpless because you put a barrier up there. This is for someone. And when you say help, then they feel relieved because they don't feel like you're rejecting them. And that they can help you as part of the partnership. Even if it's emotional support, that you are a team, you are not alone. And they also feel like they can help and not be shut out of the situation. Okay, angels and archangels. Okay. Of the light, what have we got here for our Aries? Okay. Poised, you're ready to go. You're ready for things to change. And blessed. Oh yes, blessed. Building blocks, the foundation. This is what you're going to have. For someone, if you're new business, this is definitely important. And then all that glitters. This is use discernment. Use discernment. All that glitters is not what it seems. And you might miss really what is of value. You know, for example, when I studied crystals and minerals, fool's gold, pyrite, it shines, but it's not worth anything. It's fool's gold. That's why they call it fool's gold. So use discernment. Then I'm going to pull the Divine Beloved. Oh, and I believe in your own magic. I haven't used those cards for a couple of weeks, and I'm supposed to pull one just now. Okay, so Divine Beloved here. In October will be fall time, pumpkin time, Halloween time. So it will be, I like the fall. Of course, my favorite is, I like spring and summer. I like the heat. Angels and archangels. Here we have what for the Divine Beloved. 2 cards. Okay. The first one is prosperity. Oh, how perfect. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who knows you alone are the source of all prosperity. Yes. And remember the blessed card that you got here. Let me live in gratitude, trusting every need is handled, that alone is true wealth. Okay, so the person that was panicked, this is your card right here. And I also, again, recommend Julie Poole, Manifestation 101. And I've been listening to her book, her new book. And so I did that last night, and I'm going to do that today. And then we have trust. I trust the highest way. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who wants what you want for me. Let me trust that my needs will always be met in the highest way when I allow you to guide me. This is your other one for prosperity. Now, Julie Poole came out with her new book, and you can get it on Amazon, and it's in hardcover, Kindle, paperback, and audio. Well, you know, and she said that some people said they don't have the money to buy the book. Well, I went on to Amazon Germany yesterday, and my custom tax was more than the book. It would have cost me 50 euros to get that book here to me in Portugal. Well, I thought, I don't want to spend 50 euros on a paperback. And she had suggested that you get the Kindle and get the trial, no, the audio, and get the trial, and then you don't renew. You, after the 30 days, I think it's 30 days, you don't have to get the permanent. And so there's no money going out. Now, when I get back to the States, I will buy the book because I want to support her and I want to have a copy. But I'm really enjoying the audio of the Julie Poole Manifestation 101, and I cannot recommend her YouTube anymore because she has applied what she discovered, and she is manifesting her life. And I have already felt the difference in my life from just following her. So I highly recommend on the manifestation. And these two cards both are talking about manifestation for you, Aries. Then the other card is Believe in Your Own Magic. Excuse me, Miss Nina. I have to get these cards over here. Sorry, I'm disturbing you. She's such a little diva, aren't you? Here, we'll move the card. Is that right in your way of your little head? Okay. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. You know, now that Gypsy's gone, I worried if I was making the right choice, and I would see her in pain every day. So it's sort of, I feel relieved that she's now able to be in a place where she's not in pain. And having fun with Sammy. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is it we have for our Aries here? What card do they need to know? Right here. Raindrops. Take a chance on them, number 39. Okay, 39. There we go. If anyone has a reason to keep their guard up, it's you. People have been known to mistreat you. And like any rational person, you finally got tired of it, went back inside, locked the door, but you weren't supposed to stay out of the rain forever. No matter how terrifying the prospect may seem, you need to put yourself out there again. Whoever it is you're thinking of, they can be trusted to walk with you through the storm. And remember, I just talked about sharing with someone about your feelings, what's going on. This is part of that, I think. And then I'm going to pull 2 Louise Hay for your affirmations, and then your meditation card for the month of October. Okay, so the 2 affirmation cards here. And thank you, Aries, so much. If you haven't subscribed, please consider being a subscriber. It's absolutely free. And I'm now on the, I'm over 3,500, so I'm going on the upgrade to the 4. I would really like to be up at 5,000 before Christmas time. Well, I think I will be. The way the channel's growing, I'm so appreciative of all the support and kind words of everybody. Thank you so much, and thank you for supporting the channel. Okay, and the 2 affirmation cards we have for our Aries today. We have 1 and 2. Oh, 3. Okay. So this is, I am safe in the universe, and all life loves and supports me. I breathe in the fullness and richness of life. I observe with joy as life abundantly supports me and supplies me with more good than I can imagine. There's your prosperity. There. I see clearly. I willingly forgive. I breathe love into my vision, and I see with compassion and understanding. My clear insight is reflected in my outer sight. Here's that, and here's the front part. And your other card is, loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. There. My heart is open. I allow my love to flow freely. I love myself, and I love others, and others love me. Love yourself. And if you've gone through a difficult cycle, and you have some regrets, or you looked at your part in it and for growth, it's very important to love yourself. We're all learning here. We do the best that we can do, and the important thing is to learn from it. And so we're all humans here. There's no perfect person here. So forgive yourself and then move on. Learn from the lesson and move on. And then our meditation card are right here. And this is the starlight. I think I might get some angel cards too. That would be good to have an angel card to look at as an alternative to these sometimes. Okay, and here's your card. Okay, love to the moon and back. There. And love yourself first. That's the important thing. And the two emotions are fear and love. But love opens all the doors. Love opens the doors into others, into the universe, into yourself. Thank you so much. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It's absolutely free. And if you're thinking about a reading, I have the subscriber special. So Nina and I are sending you light and love from Portugal.